Mhm.
because I'm scared. Just like everyone else, I'm scared. I fear what people are gonna think of me. But being here, I've learned not to care anymore. And if it's gonna like be of some use to somebody else, like that's what it's about. It's not about me.
Wait, it's not that deep. KJ, I want to welcome you formally to
Thank
Not That
you.
Deep.
Yeah, I'm hyped to be here.
I'm so hyped to have you. I only met you once.
Mhm. But it was a good meet.
It was a good meet.
Yeah, it was a good meet. It was a quality meet.
I think what was awesome about our meet was you were so quiet, but I think like once you kind of started talking, like there's so much to you.
Mm,
And what I'm assuming from you is like you're particularly reserved
mhm.
and you don't give everything away all at once.
Yeah, and that's a good thing until, like, I give everything away sometimes because I give too much.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good point. And I don't know if I just like totally assumed that about you,
No,
but
that's a great just, like, input. I needed to hear that.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. No, I think me personally, you're gonna meet me and be like, that girl talks a lot.
No, I soak it up because it's just, like, sometimes I don't talk enough, so I like hearing, I like listening.
But you listen.
Mhm.
I think there's balance, but I actually I felt like you were soaking in so much of what everyone was saying
Mm,
that I mean, maybe you were having a bad day and you just were like in your head. I don't
mm.
know.
Oh, yeah, because we met at Release Run Club.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think I was just tired from running and, like, athletic things make me, like, just calm. So I think when I
Mhm.
met you, I was just soaking in because I was so, like, exhausted physically, and then that helps me mentally to just be able to, like, lock in.
And that's so fair.
Mhm.
My point is I admired it, and it's something that I'm trying to do more is just, like, listen.
Mm.
'Cause
Both are good qualities.
they are, I
Yeah.
guess. But, okay, so we were talking lightly on stigma. I wanna, like, introduce you a little bit and get to
Okay.
know you,
Yeah.
but I also 'cause I don't know you, and you have a large spectrum of skills
Mhm.
and attributes about you, like songwriter,
Mhm.
rapper, musician,
Mhm.
skateboarder, model, mental health advocate.
Mhm.
I don't even know where to begin with that.
Mhm.
But what I would like to talk about first is like the mental health advocate portion of it.
For sure.
Cause I think that's where we're going with stigma.
Yeah.
Is that
That's
correct?
been on my mind
Let's
this
talk
year.
about it.
Yes, what do you wanna know first?
I want to know what to be an advocate for something, you have to have experience with it.
Yes.
I am a Lyme disease advocate because my
Mm,
sister has had chronic Lyme disease
okay.
for 8 years. I would not be an advocate for Lyme disease if I had not been personally affected by it or
Exactly.
seen someone that has been personally affected by it. So, you being a mental advocate
Mhm.
and the stigma that surrounds mental health, I want to understand if you want to talk about it,
Mhm.
kind of like your journey and
Okay.
how we can alleviate some of the stigma today.
Mm.
And don't think we're not going to talk about your modeling and your skateboarding and your music. Are you crazy?
But the mental health is the most important part to me. So,
If it's the most important part for
yes.
you, then that's very important for me.
It's the most important out of everything I do. It's just advocating for myself and others because it's something that a lot of people don't have control over, until you have control over it to a
Mm,
certain extent, right? I've been dealing with mental health since I was 14. I always felt crazy.
mm,
I don't like to use that word, but that's what I felt when I was a kid, because I just never fit in, and, I had really intense emotions, so I felt things very deeply, so if someone liked me, I felt that very deeply, if someone disliked me, I felt that very deeply,
mm.
and, yeah, I just didn't know why, and continuing as an adult, I still feel the same things,
Mm.
and I'll share this. I shared it on my Instagram, but, beginning of, I wanna say October, I was just struggling a lot mentally. I go through phases kind of with my mental health where it's like, I'll be in a good spot,
Mm,
and then it'll be like a high, low, high, low, high, low, and I get a bit scared to be right in the middle sometimes.
mm,
And I was coming off of a high, and, this fall I felt in a pretty low area of my life, and, ended up, getting diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, and that shocked me,
mm,
but it made sense because I was feeling those, yeah, intense emotions since I was a kid. And when I was younger, I had already like been diagnosed with other mental health disorders such as ADHD, anxiety, depression. And so, I was in counseling and all that throughout high school. I remember I had to go to a behavioral institute when I was 15. Yeah, because I, just was confused,
mm,
about life, about myself. Um, I felt isolated. I felt just ashamed of, like, who I was. I was not comfortable in my skin. All these things were, from outside factors that then turned into internal things, right? So, that's kind of a little rundown of, my past with mental health.
that's a huge how old are you right now?
28.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
14
Yeah,
years
14 years.
of battling and of these highs and of these lows.
Mhm.
When you were 14, I mean, you're in what, 8th grade?
Yeah, 8th, ninth grade.
8th,
Yeah,
ninth grade?
yeah.
Where did you grow up?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, nice,
Yeah,
represent.
yeah.
What did you keep it to yourself when you were diagnosed with ADHD, depression, and anxiety? Because those are big things to stomach, I would imagine, as a high schooler,
Mhm,
and to also probably have some confusion about what's going on with your head as well.
mhm.
Like, how did you feel when that was kind of the answer?
I didn't know what it really meant. Anxiety showed up for me in different scenarios. Like, I remember being in class and thinking something bad was happening to me health-wise,
Mm,
and I couldn't sit in class, and I would have to go to the nurse's office, and everyone would be like, "Why is KJ always leaving?"
hmm,
It's because I was having a panic attack, but I didn't know it was a panic attack at the time, and I had to learn from a very young age how to deal with a panic attack. And that was very difficult, but my counselor helped me with that. Medication helped me with that. Um, I didn't really share it with many people besides my family and friends because I was embarrassed. And at that time, I mean, yeah, 14 years ago, no one was really talking about mental health. Now people are starting to acknowledge it. You have celebrities and athletes talking about it, which is great, but you really don't have anyone truly, truly advocating for it. And I really want to crack that stigma and be able to actually advocate for this because right now I'm in recovery.
mm,
And, shout out to my boys at Release Recovery. It's changing my life.
wow.
Um, it's intensive therapy, but we also have fun, you know? We, get to go and do activities throughout the week and on the weekends. But we also have group therapy, individual therapy. Um, we're eating, healthy diets, which contributes to the brain health.
Mhm,
Um, and we're just learning how to just deal with whatever it is that we're going through. Some people are struggling with substances,
mm,
others are struggling with mental health, but I think both of those coexist.
yeah,
And even though I don't struggle with substances, um, I'm able to pick out things that relate to me, right?
and you have, like, a common thread between everybody that you're with is, like, the path to better and the path to just health, and
Yes.
mental health is health, and
Yes.
I think my mom's a therapist,
Okay.
and
Okay.
so from a young age, like, mental health has always been at the forefront of everything of, like, how is that making you feel, and why do you feel like this, and
Hmm.
I have depression, and I'm medicated,
Hmm.
and, I didn't feel a lot of shame or stigma, and I
Mm,
consider myself lucky. So
mhm. It's a
I
blessing.
beyond,
Yeah.
uh, beyond. And something my mom has always said is, if you came to me and you had your head was hurting or your stomach was hurting, and I told you that this medication was going to help you, wouldn't you take that? Wouldn't you want to make it better? And then why don't we have that same? You can come up. Do you want to come up? Don't play me. I mean, that's adorable. Is it in it? He's perfect. He's literally perfect.
Just chilling.
Um, so like the stigma with medication of like if your head hurt or if your stomach hurt, you would take it. But more importantly, when I was in high school, I remember my psych teacher had said, people are really quick to, let's say, have like a I beat breast cancer sticker on the back of the car, I beat leukemia. But why are we not as quick to say, I beat borderline personality disorder
Mm,
or I overcame depression?
mm,
Why is it any different?
mm.
You cannot control this.
It's a chemical imbalance.
So why is it so viewed that you can control it, that it's your fault? Oh my God, it drives me nuts.
It does drive me nuts too. I think it makes people uncomfortable because, you know, um, I don't know why. I can't comprehend it because I've dealt with this my entire life, basically. So I don't understand why it makes people uncomfortable. Maybe because people don't have the proper resources
Mhm,
and tools to deal with these things here in America. Unfortunately, healthcare is very expensive.
mhm.
I'm someone that cannot afford healthcare
Hmm,
at the moment, and thank God for state resources
yeah.
that are able to help with that. But yeah, I just think we need more education about it, and it needs to be taught in schools. I think everyone at some point should be in therapy, not just people who are going through stuff. Because therapy is like you're able to just get things off your chest, and everyone has problems. No one's perfect, like we make it seem.
Mm.
So yeah, I think people just need to get more comfortable with the uncomfortable.
So you've been in therapy since you
Mhm,
were like 14. I think it's amazing that you have a community, you have a group. Like today, you're 28
mhm,
that you are able to rely on, that you don't feel stigma from.
mhm,
There were 14 years from then until now.
mhm,
You were saying your friends, your family, and your counselor.
mhm.
Where do you feel like you received the actual most support? Like, where were you able to go when you were in those low lows?
Definitely my mom and my grandma.
Oh,
They deal with mental health issues as
mm,
well, so it's definitely hereditary. They deal with some of the same things I deal with, and we're on the same medication for like anxiety, depression. So my mom, huge support. Always there for me to just be able to talk me through, if I'm having a panic attack or whatever it is. Same with my grandma.
mm.
So yeah, shout out to strong women. Yeah.
Are they both in Kansas City?
Grandma's in Kansas City, mom's back in Arizona. So
Okay.
yeah.
What's your grandma's name?
Patricia.
Is she so special?
Yeah, that's my second mom. She
Ugh,
helped raise me. So
that's spectacular.
mhm.
I think the power of grandparents are unimaginable.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Like that love,
Yeah.
unconditional love.
'Cause they'll stick up for you whenever, like, your parents aren't. So, like, when I would be in trouble with my mom, I'd just go to my grandma. Yeah, so it was like, that's what it was.
It is amazing, like, whatever, I could go on a whole tangent. So what was it like for you getting that diagnosis of borderline personality disorder? Like, did you have that aha moment of like,
Mhm.
"Thank God it makes sense now?" Or did you feel like, "Now I got a whole path to go down?"
Both. I remember receiving the diagnosis, and I was like, "Okay, that makes sense."
Mm,
Um, but then I was just like I remember I immediately looked up people who deal with it because I wanted to be able to have someone to relate to, and once again, we need people that can talk about these things, so then, the youth or just people in general have someone to look up to and, like, be like, "Oh, well, this person was able to accomplish these things in their life while battling this, and, I can too." So that's why I'm on here talking about this right now, and I'm speaking my truth. It's not that deep.
No, you
That's my not
and
that deep.
I
Yeah,
love that. It's just speaking about your mental health.
yeah.
I love that, and then people can argue it is that deep, and I think the beauty of not that deep is it's a little debatable.
Mhm.
What's not that deep to someone can feel so deep,
Yes,
but you
yes.
saying that advocating for mental health is not that deep is, like, lessening that stigma just a little bit
Mhm,
of, like, "Hold up, you don't need to feel like it's that deep.
mhm,
You cannot control it."
mhm,
Oh my gosh,
mhm,
I'm so appreciative that, like, 1, you are on here, 2, we're diving in.
mhm.
Like, we're not piddling
No,
around by any
no,
means.
that takes too much time.
"Where are you from?"
Yeah,
I don't
it's very
care.
surface level.
We're so deep.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
So you're at a what would you call where you're living right now?
A sober house. Yeah, sober house. Yeah, but it's dope, like, yeah, I live with a bunch of guys who are just going through their own journey, right? And we're all very supportive of each other. None of us are perfect, and we have our own stories that we get to share every Thursday night. So I shared my testimony this past Thursday, and it was very emotional to see how everyone responded to it.
Mm.
We have this thing called fireside, and we basically sit by the fireplace in our house and we share, yeah, a little bit about why we're there and our upbringing and what led us to that point. So,
That's amazing.
mhm.
When you say testimony, was it kind of why you're here?
That, but it was more of about my life.
Hmm.
I gave a summary of my life.
I would imagine just to have a space to just not give a fuck
Hmm.
is so refreshing.
It is. It's the most peace I've ever felt in my entire life. Like right now, sitting here, I can feel the strength
Hmm.
where I felt very weak and embarrassed and ashamed for a very long time. Even like when I do advocate for it and I speak about this in my music,
Hmm.
I've shared it on podcasts before, but I don't go super into detail about how it's affected me
Hmm.
because I'm scared. Just like everyone else, I'm scared. I fear what people are going to think of me. But being here, I've learned not to care anymore. And if it's gonna, like, be of some use to somebody else, like, that's what it's about. It's not about me.
Absolutely, and even if you can help one person of they
Mhm,
can look at you and say, "Wait, I feel like that sometimes too," and they can reach out to you. Because 'cause I'm thinking about the people that don't have that figure like your mom or your
mhm.
grandma to reach out to and say, "Hi, I don't feel like myself."
Yeah. Yeah.
I it that my heart goes to my stomach, like,
Mhm.
because those are the people that they feel trapped forever.
I know.
Oh,
And
it's
that's why our
heartbreaking.
suicide rate is so high because people hold this stuff in, and they aren't able to go talk to somebody. They don't maybe have parents or someone supportive in their life who's like, "Hey, I'm here for you." Thank God I have, friends, family who are supportive, who want the best for me. But some people don't have that, and it's just sad.
It's so sad, and it makes you feel so grateful while
Yeah.
also you're battling your own battle, but you also can create space for feeling gratitude, and that's amazing.
Mhm. Mhm.
How do you so when you're in the sober house versus
Mhm.
when you're not,
Mhm.
how do you kind of retain the values that you've established in the sober
Mhm.
house outside of it? Like, I would imagine it creates a lot of structure
Mhm. For
and
sure.
routine. You were
Mhm.
saying your Thursday nights are, like, particularly special.
Mhm.
How do you retain that outside of it? You, KJ, not how does anyone else?
Writing. I've been writing a lot of music,
Hmm.
this past few months, so I'm always rehearsing, so I'm constantly reminded of it. Prayer, just giving it up to God. I believe in a higher power, and, that's definitely been, like, the number 1 in my life.
Hmm.
Also, I think reading and educating myself more. I've been reading, like, a lot of books recently just about the brain, um, and yeah. Mhm.
Do you have a book that specifically sticks out? If someone's listening to this and they are interested in kinda getting a look at what's kind of benefited you, is there a book that specifically sticks out?
Tao of Wu by RZA. So RZA is, he started the Wu-Tang Clan, the hip hop group.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he's the main member, but he talks about his journey, and just, like, things he's battled. Maybe not I mean, mentally, but,
Mhm.
like, also emotionally, spiritually, physically. I definitely recommend that book.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I just always I can't stop reading, like, your classic thriller,
Mm.
and I'm just getting stupider.
Oh, no. No, 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 no,
No,
no, no,
KJ.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
No.
I read it 'cause I'll go to the library and I'm like, "Okay, Dana, you get one fun book," and I'm a child. I'm like, "You get one fun book, and then you gotta educate that little noggin of yours."
Get the autobiographies.
No, I'm like, "I'm gonna do an autobiography of a celebrity," and it's like, that's not
Oh my
education.
gosh.
That's not a
Oh
fun
my
book."
gosh.
Like,
Hey, you're gaining something, even if it's a little bit of, joy. That's all that matters.
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess, but sometimes I don't know, do you read before bed?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes.
Do you meditate?
I'm learning how to meditate. Actually, oh my goodness, I have to share this. So we did this group meditation last week, and this was the first time I felt a body high. I get runner's high when I'm running, but I've never been able to properly, like, be at a place where my breathing can make me high with 0 substances, and it was, like, the most intense thing I've ever felt, and, like, my arms were numb, my face was numb. I remember the guy who was leading it, I was like, "Am I alright? Like, am I having a stroke?" And he's like, "No, you're supposed to feel that." But I was having anxiety, feeling something that was not supposed to give me anxiety, and then I was like, "Okay, Imma chill out." And then I let it happen, and I was like, "Wow, I'm never gonna feel this moment ever again." But it took me just blocking out, like, everything and just, like, receiving it and not fighting it.
Wow.
Yes.
What was this a one-on-one session or a group
Group
thing?
session.
Was
Yeah.
everyone else feeling the same thing?
If they were tapped in, right? If they, chose to be present. Yeah. I was looking around and there were some people that weren't being present. I was just like, "Ah, come on." But
You're
then the
like
ones that were, I was just like, "There you go."
you're locked in, you're like,
Yeah.
"Check."
Yeah, check.
Right?
Yep, yep.
Writing your little journal, you're, like, also having a freak out.
Yeah, exactly.
What was it, like, the rhythmic breathing? Was it, like, trying to focus on something in your head? Was it because the power of breath is,
Mhm. Oh, it's powerful.
infinity.
It is.
It's great.
It's not just like, "Oh," like, I try to do that when I have panic attacks, but it really doesn't help me, to be honest. I have to, like, touch something cold
Mm.
or, like, listen to music, but the rhythmic breathing helps, like, because 'cause it's so intense that you're just, like, losing oxygen, and then your body goes into, like, this high. It's just like, "Whoa."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's we have so much power.
Mhm. We
That's
do. We
amazing.
do have power. We have power to heal ourselves.
Mhm.
Mm.
We do.
Mhm.
And with all these different other tools, how much longer do you have in the sober house? Is there an end date? Do you stay there for as long as you need? Can you go back whenever you need? What
Yeah, I
is
mean, I'm there voluntarily, so it's like if I wanna leave, I can leave, you know what I mean? So it's just like but probably beginning of the year, until the beginning of the year, so, yeah,
okay.
but I'm enjoying my time. My brain needs a rest right now and, needs to just work through some things and start the healing process, so I'm in no rush.
I'm beyond proud of you
Thank
because
you.
everything that you just said is like I don't even wanna say that it's brave because like, it's not brave, but unfortunately it is.
Mm,
And I love that you are able to just be open about it and not hesitate, and somebody is listening to this and is connecting with you.
mm,
I am,
mm,
but I'm physically here with you.
mhm.
You have such like, I think this might be the calmest I've felt in this chair.
Stop lying.
I'm not lying.
Alright,
I'm
I
not
believe you.
I'm not lying. I really don't lie. Like,
Wow.
I
That's a lie. You said, "I don't lie." That's a lie.
wait, I don't lie.
That's a lie.
No,
So you are lying.
no, because here's the thing with compliments is if you give them out so often, they lose their meaning.
Mm,
And
that's
if you're
true.
being genuine about them, compliments can be unlimited, but I'm very careful about when I compliment. Like,
Mm,
I need to mean it because if I don't, then it doesn't mean anything.
yeah.
I'm not kidding when I tell you, sorry, I hate saying that. Like, I just feel calm. Like, really just feel like you have this energy where I don't know if it's like a quiet confidence or a security or just like a like a no frills. You're no frills. It's really
Thank you.
refreshing to be here. I mean it.
I appreciate that.
You have all these tiramisu layers to you. You know, like a
Mhm.
tiramisu cake.
Mhm.
Like there's so
Yeah.
many layers.
Yeah.
Also, someone just told me, Dane, if you have to explain what a joke is, then it's not funny.
No,
So
I that was a good joke, actually.
thank you. And Graves thinks so too. Graves, do you want to hop up? Okay.
Aw. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
That's your baby, Miles.
No, thank you
Oh,
though for that compliment. That really means a lot. I'm trying to get to a place of just where I feel at peace with myself and I love myself and yeah. So I'm glad that you're able to feel that right now.
I really do. Like you're bringing a calmness. I think Graves probably is attracted to that energy as well.
Mhm.
You have all these layers to you where I'm super happy we covered the mental health
Mhm.
portion of it. And
Same.
like, let's continue to weave it in as we have this conversation where you see fit.
Okay.
But okay, we have about 8 more things.
All right.
Model, skateboarder, musician. Let's talk
Oh,
about
those things.
let's talk about your music.
Yeah.
Um, when did you start writing music?
Before I was even skateboarding seriously. Yeah. I remember I started writing music when I was like 10 because I was in a band with these two brothers from my church that I went to. We were called Mac 3. Don't know why I named it Mac 3. Have no idea. But there's a CD somewhere with like my first recordings. I'm just like screaming like no, 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 no. And I don't even know, but I was so fascinated with like the concept of a band and like I've always just loved instruments and I've loved rapping. I remember watching like MTV Cribs when I was a kid, being like, I'm gonna be a rapper.
Huh. God, bring
Yeah.
MTV back.
Oh my gosh. Those were the good old days. They were, but they weren't. That was a weird time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
surface level great.
Yeah, surface level
Getting
great.
deeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scary.
Nail biter.
Yeah, scary.
So you're having this passion with music.
Hmm.
You're in a band,
Mhm.
Mac 3. We don't know why it's called that.
There's 3 of us and
I don't see a K anywhere.
I guess I was macking with
Oh.
my lyrics.
You were macking.
Psych.
You're like inviting ladies over. You're like, can we just make out? It's like for the
Psych.
pot.
Yeah, at what 10 years old that was not happening. I was getting denied.
5th grade.
I was getting denied.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm gonna be a big songwriter one day. You're gonna regret this.
probably. Yeah,
So-
like in my room, like you guys are gonna regret this.
When did you venture off solo?
Oh, this is a good story too. So
Wait, I love that you preamble good stories with this is a good story. Because it is a good story.
I don't know why I do that. I'm just like, oh wait, I have a story for this.
Because it's great. That's why.
Yeah, this is a great story. It's funny. It's embarrassing a bit, but it's honestly like pretty powerful. So yeah, I was like just I don't know. I don't think I really knew how to properly make music at that age, like technically, and I didn't know how to structure like bars and all of that.
Hmm.
It was just kind of just me writing. And so I think with my ADHD, I just venture off into like a bunch of different things. I was like, this is a phase, cool, whatever. And then I really just started getting into like rock music because my grandma bought me Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock, which the best Guitar Hero, the best playlist on there. And
What are a couple songs?
Welcome to the Jungle, Paranoid, Rock and Roll, All Night by Kiss, and then newer stuff. Like, have you heard the song? Um, Never mind. I
The
blanked.
4 songs that you just named, I can. Oh, it's okay, Miles, if he wants to come. The 4 songs you just named, I can remember playing them.
Really?
Yeah, specifically Welcome to the
Okay.
Jungle.
Such a banger.
Like I was just a small Jew on that guitar, like, welcome
That's
to
sick.
the jungle.
You play guitar?
Oh, it wasn't good. I would, like, miss every single thing, but I'd be like,
Oh my gosh. Oh, you're saying on Guitar Hero 3? Oh, I
"Yeah."
thought you were meaning like an actual guitar. I was like, "Damn."
I played the trombone, not guitar.
Okay, I play trumpet. Yeah, so
Okay, brass.
band nerds. Yeah, but yeah, brass, yeah, the brasses.
But
But
so you're playing Guitar Hero.
yeah, and like I would just be so dialed in every day after school playing Guitar Hero 3 and like it was just me and my grandma at this time because I had moved to Kansas City
Mm.
before my mom had moved back early. That's another story. But yeah, so like my grandma would just come in and be like, "Good night." And I'd be like, like on expert, like just like, all right, good night, see you tomorrow. And she would just let me stay up and then I go to school the next day. But I started to really take interest in rock music and then skateboarding too. I started skating when I was 12 and the skate culture, like in video games or just at events, every type of music is being played. So you have rock, hip hop, jazz, even
Mm.
electronic. So like my brain just started soaking up all these sounds and yeah, I just became really infatuated with history too, so I would always, like, watch documentaries or biopics on, like, artists, and so, I don't know, I just became obsessed with music, and I wanted to make music, but I didn't know how, and I remember right before I dropped out of college my first semester, there was an open mic that this, like, Christian rapper had, and I remember I made a song with one of my friends, he produced it, and I just, like, wrote to it, and then I performed it at the open mic. Actually, I didn't even get a chance to perform it because I forgot the lyrics when I was on stage, and I just remember being like and, like, there were just kids laughing at me, and I was like, "Shit,"
Oh
and
my
then I
god,
was just like, I'm
KJ.
not doing this again."
Oh my god, that makes me wanna
Yeah,
cry.
it was gnarly.
Did your brain just freeze?
Yeah, I don't know why. I was rehearsing and everything was fine, and then I just forgot all the lyrics.
Okay, someone would have that be, like, the most traumatic event of their life.
Oh, it was. That was really traumatic. I remember, like, looking in the audience, and I think someone booed me. I was just like they're like, "Get the fuck off stage."
You're like, "This is a Christian rap
Yeah,
organization."
this is a
Like,
yeah, but, like, I don't think anyone in the audience was Christian. I think it was just, like, the guy who was hosting it so happened to be a Christian rapper.
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I hope
so
you use that as fuel.
oh, yeah, I mean, I use everything as fuel. So, I got back into music, how old was I? I don't know, this was, like, during COVID, like, around that time, I don't even know, like, a specific date, but one of my best friends, Q, I don't know if you know the artist Q,
Mm,
he makes very good music, I met him here in New York, during, like, around COVID, and, he's a phenomenal artist, but had invited me to, like, come stay with him in Miami for, like, a week, like, after he left New York,
mm,
and so I was like, "Alright, Imma just, like, you know, see what's up," and I remember he was working on his album Soul Present at the time, and every morning, I would just wake up in his living room hearing him just, like, producing,
mm.
and it was, like, so magical. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I wanna do this." Like, I wanna be able to just literally make whatever I
Mm.
want, like, whatever my mind comes up with, make it. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'll figure it out, and, like, all my friends, at that time, like, they were all rappers or just musicians, and so I was around it, but I was just skateboarding and doing some modeling at the time. I never really, like, tapped into music, and I remember I made one of my first songs in my friend's room after I had, like, left Miami and everything, and, it was pretty decent for a first song, and, like, people were like, "Oh, this is cool," and, no one took me seriously, though, and I was like, "Nah, Imma do this," along with, like, everything else I'm trying to pursue, and, yeah, just was going through some rough times mentally, some good times mentally, and used that as fuel and
Mm.
put out my first EP in 2022 called Lost and Found, and that is my little baby
Yeah.
because I, like, can go back and listen to it and be like, that's where I was at that time period in my life. And yeah, I've been making music since, yeah, then. So,
It's like an audio journal.
yes,
So many people journal
yes.
and then they can look back and say, I remember when I was like that at that
Mhm,
point. You
mhm.
have your music, perhaps the most like deep expression that you're able to publicly put out.
Yeah.
Um, how many songs are there?
On that EP, 4, and then I put out an EP this year, No Signal, that has 5 songs, and then I'm working on a single right now that should be out soon.
It, that's a world I don't understand. When you when you go to when you go to write, what's the connector between writing and actually, like, getting in the studio? Like,
Okay.
do you write something and then you say, "Okay, now I'm ready to record it?" Who's doing, like, the background, like, instruments?
Yeah.
I just have a lot of questions.
Yeah, it is a confusing process if you're, like, not in it. So I'll start off, I like to write on my phone in my notes section and just kind of like, I don't know, listen to different random instrumentals. So I'll write over it. And how I write over the instrumental and how I'm even like wanting to express it half the time doesn't even like come out to be what the final product is.
Hmm,
So I work with producers. I also co-produce myself. Like I can play a little bit of keys and like I can do like the beat machine and stuff like that. Guitar, it's been like on and off for me. Like I'll like go through phases where I'm in a learning phase and then I'll forget it and then I have to reteach myself. It's annoying, but yeah, I have, like some people I work with who fully do that for a job. Like they're audio engineers, they're producers, and I'll come to them with an idea with stuff already written, like just songs written, right?
hmm.
And then, I'll help produce the beat in the sense of like directing them, like, all right, I want this, I want this, I want this. All right, no, I like how this sounds, do this. Like, you know what I mean? So it's very, I'm not super technical, but like I'm very like I have an ear. And all my friends who do music is like KJ has such a great ear.
Hmm.
And I think that stems from me being introduced to all different types of music growing up.
Through skateboarding.
Yes, through skateboarding, yes.
It's all connected.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
nothing really is a mistake, it seems like.
No.
You also kind of brushed over the fact that you dropped out of college,
Yeah,
which is like a whole other path that I think we could go down, but
for sure.
I'm curious, and I'm not trying to get away from music, but I'm
Mhm.
just trying to cover off on
Yeah, of
get a little
course.
bit more of you.
Mhm.
Um, did you go back?
No.
You didn't.
I remember I told my mom, I said, "I'll go back to college if skateboarding doesn't work. Give me 1 year." And then I think the next year, I invented a trick that went viral on the internet.
So what year is this?
2016, summer of 2016.
Where were you at college?
No, it was already I dropped out already.
Where were you?
Oh, I went to a community college in, like, the suburb of Kansas City.
Got it.
Yeah, and I was gonna be a firefighter.
Oh, you'd be such a good firefighter.
Yeah, I respect the hell out of firefighter. They're so dope. Modern day superheroes. Shout out to all the firefighters,
Shout out.
especially New York firefighters, like, it's
Ugh,
gnarly.
they are they are superheroes. They don't seem real to me. Like,
Not
I
at
can't
all.
fathom that somebody just risks their lives day in and day out for the
Yeah,
good of others.
yeah.
That could be applied to a lot of different fields, but
Mhm.
shout out to firefighters
No,
is
for
right.
sure, for sure.
Um, so what trick went viral? Also,
S
going viral in 2016 is like an oxymoron.
It was such a interesting time period for social media because Instagram was growing at that time, and you could hit certain algorithms, and it was about the skateboarding channels that shared it that made it go viral. It wasn't like, "Oh, I posted it on my page and then it went viral," like how you can kinda do that
Mhm.
now. It was more of like these skate outlets posted it and then it went viral. And so basically it was a variation of this trick that had already been done by this skateboard legend, Rodney Mullen. He did the 1 foot crooked grind, not sure when, but I took it, did the 1 foot crooked grind, and then I did, like, this nollie inward heel flip out of it 1 foot, so I did the whole trick 1 foot, and then I was just like I remember my reaction. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, and you can see it at the end of the video where I'm just, like, shocked, and, posted it, and then people kept reposting it, and then I was like, "Oh, shit. I think I have something." And then, yeah, the Barracks, which is a huge media outlet, Street League Skateboarding, which is a huge media outlet, they reposted it, and then my local newspaper at the time, the Kansas City Star, put it in on the front newspaper, like, my photo and everything, and I was just like, "Alright, not going back to school."
Oh,
Yeah,
good for you.
and, skateboarding opened up doors career-wise for me.
Do you think
Yeah.
that that specific, like, viral moment had
Mhm.
opened doors or just skateboarding in general? Like, do you think you'd be where you are in the skateboarding community if not that? I'm not, like, trying to attribute anything towards a viral video, I'm just trying to understand
Yeah,
what that meant.
totally, I think it gave me the confidence. That's what it did for me. It allowed me to also gain recognition in my community in Kansas City and be respected,
Mm.
like, as a skateboarder, as a person of color. Because during that time, I was hanging out with a lot of rappers in the city, and, like, skating wasn't like how it is now where it's very diverse and it's cool, and you have rappers wearing Supreme and
Mm.
Palace, which are these, huge skate brands. And so I think once they saw like, oh, this, 19-year-old kid's getting recognition for doing something positive,
Mm.
like, yo, yeah, we'll take him under our wing. And like then I started making the connections for modeling in the city and just like being around music all the time, which gave me that confidence to be able to pick up and leave Kansas City and move to LA, which I
Mm.
moved to LA 3 days after I turned 20 with a suitcase and my skateboard.
Wow,
Yeah.
and a dream.
And a dream. Yeah.
And you came to New York when?
During COVID. Yeah. So I was in New York on and off like after COVID. And then I fully like got situated here a few years back. So
You are a chameleon.
yeah.
You are in all these different what I said in the beginning, like, mental health model, songwriter, musician, rapper,
Mhm.
skateboarder, like, what the hell?
Mm,
How do you feel like you're able to give yourself to all of these pieces? Because it seems like you're a pioneer in a lot of them,
mhm,
and you're giving them your all,
mhm,
but there's so many.
mm,
Or rather, not but there's so many, and there's so many.
mm. I'll give credit where it's due. People like Pharrell,
Mm,
Tyler, the Creator, those are my biggest influences because they come from areas that they weren't supposed to make it, you know? And they always did what they wanted to no matter what anybody told them. And look where they are now.
mm,
Pharrell, creative director of Louis Vuitton. Tyler, the Creator, artist of the year, owns his own brand designed for LV. Like, those are people who are my blueprints.
mm,
And I don't know how to manage doing these things half the time. It's just kind of like go with the flow. Like tomorrow I'm gonna go skate with my friend Sue in the morning and we'll be skating all day. And then Monday I'm going to the studio after group therapy, which will be nice. And then I'll probably just write throughout the day. Like I write in the car, write at home. I kind of just like if I have open pockets,
mm.
I'll choose like, all right, what am I gonna work on? Instead of just trying to be like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. It's just yeah, trying to give myself some grace as well. You know what I mean? And like be nice to myself and be like, you don't have to do all of this all at once. You don't have
Mhm.
to compare yourself to people who are at the top, you know? And like I'm learning that right now with running because I'm training for the London Marathon in April. And
Wow.
so I'm trying to figure out how to put that in there too. And I'm just like, oh, like the body can only take so much, you
Mhm.
know? So
I I would imagine that while you are in this, like, mentally sound period of, like, really restorative therapy and
mhm,
community, like, what is meant to be will come to you.
For sure. Yes.
You don't need to force anything.
At all. At all. Where I tried to force things in my past, and it got me nowhere but to rock bottom.
It's amazing, like, what is meant to be will be. Like, if something feels like you're forcing in,
Mhm.
there's a reason.
Oh, 100%.
I
100%. But you have to go through those times to learn that. Some people don't know how to because they haven't had to hit rock bottom.
Mhm.
And so they're like, "Oh, well, yeah."
I can tell, like, each day you're grateful and you're listening to your body and to your
Mhm.
mind, and
Took a long time though. Took 28 years.
you're someone's blueprint.
Mm,
Like, someone
that'd
is
be cool.
you are, and if you're not right now, you will be.
Thank you.
Like, you're building these bricks. I knew nothing about you before today.
Mm,
I know a little bit about you, and you've shared so much. I know that there's so much more.
thank you.
I
Much love, for real.
I wanna know I know we kinda touched on it earlier, but I wanna know what your not that deep of the day is.
Being true to yourself. It's not that deep. Just do it. Don't try to be something you're not. It's whack. I've done that so many times. It's so whack. Like, it's not cool at all. If people don't like you for who you are, I hate to say it, but just give them the middle finger. I'm not gonna say fuck them.
No,
Just
no.
give them the middle finger and smile at them though.
Mm,
Don't be don't be mean to them.
I love that a lot.
Yeah.
Um, where can everyone find you to support you for the London
Mhm.
Marathon, for with your music, with your skateboarding, with your modeling? Like, where can everybody go to see you?
KJ Dillard on streaming platforms for music, and then Instagram, Kelly Justin Dillard.
Perfect.
Mhm.